so many storylines heading into A2, but there can only be one lead story, and it's Aaron Plessinger. Every once in a while, the sport gives us something special, a night or a moment, something that we'll always remember. Last Saturday, San Diego was one of those nights as Aaron Plessinger won his first 450 main event. Yes! Aaron, I love you. You T-boned me back in 2014 at the Baltimore Arena Cross, but I'm over it. We're good. Time has healed. Thank you, Supercross gods, for giving us this AP victory, easing us off the misery from having to watch and listen to these last 2 rounds of slop. Come on. Well, good things happen to good people, and Aaron is one of the best. But this win isn't some fairy tale story with a fluffy ending, some charity win due to the rain. No, it's more than that. It was a vengeance ride for years of struggle. Remember when AP was just getting going as a rookie, then destroyed his heel at Daytona? Remember when AP did it for Dale at Daytona, then got hurt? Looped out at Unadilla, hurt again? Remember when AP had Detroit in the bag, then had it ripped away? This poor guy. Glimpses here, glimpses there, but never the ultimate prize. Well, it's AP time now. 3 years on the same bike, full buy-in at the Baker factory, which is the only way it works, and now the red plate for the first time ever. And he said it best. They're chasing the cowboy now. So what happens now? Is this just a night? Remember AP in San Diego? Sneaky good at Anaheim. Sneaky good at San Fran. Phenomenal at San Diego. Could he be for real? I mean, why not? I know we've had 2 sloppers, but when Eli, Chase, and Jed are all getting lapped, and well, you're not, you gotta take him seriously. I'm buying in. All in. Not because he's the most likely to win this thing, but because straight up, I want him to. I like him. He makes this sport cool, and he makes this sport funny. So let it rip, cowboy. Ride the high. Pull a 2018 and catch fire. Don't be a thinker, be a driver. Straight Ricky Bobby these fools. You have the whole sport behind you, bro. Let's go. As much as I'd like to complain about the mud, it's still a pretty rad start to the season. We hyped the return of a legend, we hyped the Phenom's debut, but it's the cowboy from Ohio who leads the way. While the mud bored us to death for most of the broadcast, it was Jet Lawrence who saved the day by making a series of mistakes that have to be discussed. Now, from what I've heard from live attendees, it may have actually been Vince Freese riding the 21 Kawasaki last Saturday. Okay, Jet, I get the frustration. But bro, just ride away. Or better yet, let him ride away.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Instead, Jet decides to wait back for Jason and wave him down. Wanted to have a little chat. Jet, get your head out of the gator's mouth, bro. What are you doing? That's hombre. Do you not know? Does he not know? You think he's gonna say sorry? Or hey, my bad, donuts. I forgot I'm not allowed to race you. Dude, these guys don't like you. You embarrassed them all summer, then showed up pre-anointed before your first heat race. Know the room, my man, and know who you're talking to. That is hombre. That ain't Michael Mosman. That's a bomb waiting to explode, and you ignite it?
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
His helmet? You grab him by his helmet? Are you serious? I'd T-bone stake you 18 times for that. You can't do that. You know how when girls fight and one of them grabs the other by the hair and it's over, right? At that point, it's over. Chick ends up a rag doll just along for the ride. Well, a girl's hair is like a dude's helmet, Jet. You never grab the helmet. Obviously, Jason would respond. Oh, now Jason's pissed. He's vengeful. Yeah, no, for sure. Hombre, don't move on that fast, Jet. Better make it right. Better apologize.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
This guy apologizes by tagging Jason on Instagram, offering to pay his fine and give him free passes to his fan zone?
And totally redeem yourself!
Oh my God, a clinic in trolling, an absolute masterclass. Who wrote that? This ain't poking the bear, this is a 5-finger slap across the bear's face. Free tickets? Oh, I'm so here for it. Now, I think they meant to be playful and sincere, but that's not fun enough. I'd like to believe that this post was Jet going all Denzel, saying, I ain't scared of you. None of you keep me up at night. You gonna bobblehead me on live TV? I'll put you all in Pelican Bay. Hey, Jason, did you not get the memo at A1 when I gave you some, then play road in front of you for 20 minutes?
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
That's what I believe Jet meant in his apology. That's just me. Now, it ain't far-fetched to believe that Jet waxes them this Saturday in the dry, and all us drama queens will be left with nothing. But 14 more nights with Jason Anderson mad at you? Thank you, Jet, from all of us. 20 points separates the top 9 in the standings in what is set up to be a pretty rad championship. I know I promised that before A1, but at least for the next 3 weeks, we are safe from Mother Nature, and we can finally get this thing going. Aaron Plessinger leads Chase Sexton by a point, and Chase should be stoked with that. San Diego fell apart on him fast, but he salvaged an 8th, pissing off Cooper Webb in the process. I'll admit it, Chase cost him time and killed his run at AP, but Coop lost just as much time flipping him off, so... But Webb showed that he's for real this season, and that A1 hype we all left with is warranted. A2? Triple Crown? He got his first win at this race, and in this format 5 years ago, gave Kenny a little pew-pew, then went on to win the championship. This is when he pops. Check back on those title seasons. Jet and Jason sit 3rd and 4th in points, but we already covered them. So let's move to Dylan Ferrandis, who is 6th in points, and that's pretty rad too. We almost lost this guy in the offseason when he considered retirement, but the dude wanted to race, gambled on his team and program, and he's just out there chilling in front of both his factory teammates from last season. Bet that feels good. Eli runs 7th, and I really don't know what to think here. Part of me thinks he slaps him this weekend, like only a legend could. But part of me thinks the mud has been a cover for what's coming. A heavy dose of above average, which is okay, but not good enough to win this title. 3 starts, 3 races, 3 tests. We get our answer on Eli Tomac this Saturday. By the way, how in the heck do Chase and Eli go 1-2 in San Fran, then go 8-9 the next week and get lapped? I didn't see that on Moto Meme's bingo card. Kenny sits 8th after almost making me look like a genius. I told you I felt something. He obviously felt it too. But he weeds up, loses more points in the process, and now he puts himself in a very dangerous position. You can only take so much before you throw in the towel. I'm not saying he'd stop trying. I'm saying he'd lose belief. And I think that belief is what's driving him right now. But you can only do so dang good for so many weeks in a row and get nothing for it before you pull out the screwdriver and tinker your way into madness. Don't do it, Kenny. Then there's Bam Bam, just hanging in there. He's 9th in points, 20 down. Haven't talked about him at all this season, really, so I thought I'd just say hi. Hi, Justin. Jordan Smith is sneaking away, guys. Don't let him win A2, guys. If this dude ends up with a double-digit points lead, I think they're screwed. I don't think he's the same Jordan from years past, and the Jordan from years past was 10 minutes away from beating Zach Osborne, Joey Savacci, Adam Cincerulo, Dylan Ferrandis, and Christian Craig in that 2017 championship. What if he's the same guy, but just older and smarter? If he could take them, you don't think he can take this field? Someone needs to beat him this weekend. I'm looking at you, Levi and Rick, because if Jordan gets too much cushion, he'll be able to dial it back 5% and still be faster than almost all of you. Keep him pushing, keep him on the edge, make him anxious. Levi Kitchen is close to being that guy, but wanted to make sure I stuck my foot in my mouth first. Come on, Chef, you had that. Levi won his first Supercross last year at the A2 Triple Crown, so do it again. Stop Jordan and start that streak that we all know is coming. Garrett Marchbanks. Could you imagine if Garrett would have won that? David beats Goliath and it almost happened. I feel bad for him, honestly, since last week I beat up on him a bit for beating up on Phil in San Fran. But back-to-back podiums and 3rd in points? I'll admit it. I didn't like his move back to the 250s. I felt it was unfair at that size, and on a private team, he should just go 450. But I was wrong, and they were right. Now, I don't think he's a guaranteed podium guy in the dry. The Triple Crown this Saturday is actually a big race for him to prove that he is. 3 gate drops will tell the story, and historically, the dude ain't a drag racer. Big test this weekend for Garrett, and bigger test this weekend for RJ. Bro, you're a mud guy, and you just lost a ton of points. Keep your cool, but no more throwaways. Poor Nate Thrasher wins the race in San Diego and sits 37 points behind. Watch him win 5 races this year and it not matter. Unreal. On the positive, a bunch of privateers are flexing, which I love, of course. Mitchell Oldenburg is all steady in 5th. And who the heck is Anthony Bourdon? I swear the French sprout Supercross rider's out of the ground over there. The dude I've never heard of rips and sits 6th in points. Lastly, shout out to the guys chasing the dream the hard way. Carson Mumford, Hunter Yoder, Josh Varese. Not in a terrible spot by any means, but not in the spots they want. Keep proving yourself, boys. Success comes when preparation meets opportunity, and you never know when you'll get that call again. Stay ready. See you next week. Thank you so much for watching this show. If you liked it, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe, then press the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, with your family, and grandma. Make sure you send it to grandma. Grandmas love everything Main Event Moto does. All you Motoheads out there, we are still rocking and rolling at Main Event Moto. You can go to patreon.com/Main Event Moto. We do 2 shows a week now, and both of them are live streamed. Patreon.com/Main Event Moto, and we will catch you on the next show.